said, now the government of the day already have a fund in place for the creative industry. Do I have proof of what? Tell me what you want proof of. The government of the day already have a fund in place for the creative industry. So my golden plan is that them a work for them. Yeah man, and that them a work for man. And that them a work for man. The man promised them say them a go split $1 billion between them. Yes, we give the government of this day already have a fund in place for the creative industry. So why would you announce another plan? No, this is for the people that come on social media, come to life here. And them here promise $1 billion tax money because guess what? If there's one thing we know, the PNP have scant regard. The PNP have scant regards for taxpayers' money. If there's one thing we know and we can prove, the PNP as a government have scant regards for taxpayers' money. The PNP collect more tax than any other government in the history of Jamaica. More taxes than any other government. Close to $2 trillion, close to $10 trillion in taxes in 18 years. We never have no new hospital, we never have no new road, we never have no new nothing. The only thing we had to show for that amount of taxes was JMMB. I can't answer what. I don't say any question you're asking. What question you're asking, CM, whatever your name is. The only thing we had to show for it was that we were in debt for an entire generation. That is what we have to show for the PNP. Nah man, don't mute them man, let them ask some questions man. We can't answer any question them ask, you know. It's only when they become disruptive we send them at the back of the class. Right? Close to $10 trillion in taxes collected by the PNP. The PNP is the party that imposed more tax on the Jamaican people than even Torati, even worse than the slave master them. Even worse than the slave master them. But what we have today is a government that is spending your tax dollars so you can see it right in front of your eye. And you have a bunch of people, they have Mark Golden and the PNP who's telling you, say, don't believe your eyes. Don't believe what you're seeing. You have a bunch of people who is telling you, say, when the government create an opportunity for you to benefit, don't take it up because it means that you're labor right. It goes as far as people. Now man, we not bring them on a platform, Vegas. Vegas, me hear them last night. How I go talk about them debunk FinSac. How do you debunk reality? That is the stupidity of the two people, man. Me put them in the, right now, them they're in the same category as a caution. They're no better than caution. And them and caution to go par. Them same dumb shit. Same dumb shit them. They no better than caution. Them and caution to go par, man. Tell them go par with caution, man. Tell them go par with caution. Now, as I say, close to $10 trillion in taxes collected by the PNP. What we have to show for it? Nothing. Nothing. But now we have a party now that says, guess what? That's what I try to do, man. That's what I try to do. But we love him for one now. As me say, you know, I love political discussions, you know. I love debate, I love politics. Right? So when you find somebody who you think said, oh, look, we discuss on politics. It's all said and done. That's what I like. But again, how do you debunk reality? What these gentlemen has done, is that they like to sit down and tell you, say, here what we do now. We are going to go through these things. And we are going to separate DB and G from Mark Golden. You know, Mark Golden different. You know, DB and G different. And then now you are going to tell me, say, no, you can't separate Siaga company for him. You know, separate Andrew company for him. But you, me tell you now, one of the greatest tragedy we have in our life, listen to this. As black people, we tell ourselves this. We say, Jay-Z, all of the black people them we know with money in the world. You can tell we say the only way them get rich is because they sell them soul to the devil. But people like Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates and all of them work hard for their money. The black one them sell their soul. The white one them work hard. The little ghetto youth found a Spanish town that grew up in a 1-bedroom house. Because he was smart. In go school, he get him education, he studied at the feet of the master. He studied at the feet of the master. Who this have one question for me? I freed. My question to you is, why not put learning Chinese language in our schools curriculum? Why? Because we don't need it. That don't make sense. That's a non-issue right now. Why? That's a non-issue. That's a non-issue. Why would you be putting learning Chinese language in our school? We are Chinese. Somebody want to learn Chinese, they're free. If you want to learn Chinese, you can go learn Chinese. Why would we want to learn Chinise in our school? And when the time come and we need to learn Chinese, we're going to do it same like how we learn French, same like how we learn Spanish, same like how we learn any other language we want to learn. But we're not going to put Chinese. Why would that make sense? Me not no time for you this morning either. Me not no time for you this morning either, you know. Now we don't take no teeth for me this morning. Right? Me not no time for you this morning. Me don't know why would you be putting Chinese language in school? How that makes sense? Where is Chinese taking over? We not follow them, man. We not follow them this morning. But as me say, what we have now is the government that you can look and see your tax dollars being spent, your tax dollars being invested. That is what we have today. And people like Mark Golden and the PNP is telling you, do not believe your eyes. Don't believe. So you see one brand new center out of center mass we are going to open. I went to open Monday the 15th. We are going to open the 15th. Don't believe that. Don't believe say them a build up one brand new town in a brown book in a Portland. Don't believe that. Don't believe that a new town center is coming for St. Mary. All of these are your tax dollars that's at work. None of these gentlemen who can come up here and run them out and love to talk about integrity commission can tell me where was your tax dollars during the PNP 18.5 years. That is the question I want Alvaro to answer. Tell Vice of the Nation to answer that. Where was the tax dollars? Where is the close to $10 trillion in tax dollars that was collected during that time? We never on a road. Remember, it was during the time when people used to block every day. There was a demonstration in Jamaica about road condition. We never have none. Where was it? We never have one new hospital. Police stations were in a deplorable condition. In fact, the police force was in a deplorable condition. Police station it full with hole. When rainfall, them have to set umbrella. That was the police station. That was the state of Jamaica when we were paying more tax than any other country in the world. We were being taxed more than any other country in the world. More tax every time. Every time budget come up, it was a new tax. If it not new, them increase one. Some of the time, them put both new and increased taxes. It was the PNP that decided that they're gonna tax your income twice. When they decided they're going to impose the general consumption tax alongside your income tax. And they decided to keep both of them running. The first time it was introduced, Mark Golden was part of a committee that recommended that the income, the GCT move from 10 to 17.5% in one go. He was part of that who recommended that the income tax move from 10 to 17.5%. That was in 1993. Can you imagine now? It was Andrew who and they start moving from 16.5 to 15. Tell me the difference between the two, man. The only difference is that one of them Well, I don't think they can reduce it just so, you know, but they will find a different way to take it back. Yes, they will find a different way to take it back. Yes, and I do believe that, that they will reduce it because as according to member, caution run, all of a bird of a feather them Jamaica first. All of them a bird of a feather. Boys, so my time, you know, the problem what we have is that when we see ourselves in a people, we don't like it. We see ourselves in a people, so we don't like it. You look for yourself in a people, you don't like it. So maybe that is why Caution and him don't get along. Because they are too much alike. But as me say, both Boyce and Alvaro have proven to me that they are nothing but two mouthpieces we are sing for them share at the $1 billion for Taps and Roses people. So you have Boyce, you have Alvaro, you have Reedy, you have one brother, I forget one next one name will join them now. All of a sudden, these people are coming out of the woodwork now. I try to tell you so them love Jamaica. But the person we are build it up, we are giving some semblance of respect at that person that them hate. How does that make sense? Tell me how that equate in anything what we are doing. Almost $10 trillion in taxes. Yes, the very same one Lamara Julian promised. Almost $10 trillion in taxes so far. In 18 and a half years. That's what was promised. That is what was promised to Taps and Roses. Where Meshach Willis property there? Where Meshach Willis business and in property there? Why Meshach Willis has sit down on road corner today, whose only crime was in a business? Ask what's the gentleman don't have punch the running hotel? Ask him which part of him property there today. And now come and talk about no debunk. But tell them they said that I want no straw. You know, cannot debunk Finsack. Mark Golden is Finsack mark. That time fingerprint. He came, he said he was what? Brian Myers, big up yourself, bye. He said he was the financial engineer. He said he was the financial engineer during those times. He had the voice of power. He helped to carve policies. He helped to direct taxpayers' money in his pocket. That was the transfer. You cannot deny fact. Radcliffe, all I want, me say, I want to line up all I want to put in a barrel and just set the barrel of fire to Radcliffe. All I want we are sing for no $1 billion. All I want we are sing for no share $1 billion tax. Another plan to waste taxpayers' money again is to give it to Taps and Roses people. People like really want to stay in Canada, Wayne loan some, all I want that you don't want to do, you know, turn over there so and collect taxpayers' money. You no can't do it. Marky G is today the largest beneficiary of Finsack. What is sad to me is that two gentlemen who speak so well don't know that there's a difference between victims and perpetrators. Edwards Philip George Siaga was a victim of Finsack. He loses property. Yes, he loses property. Alisha loses property.